Alright guys, today we have a massive surprise for Tim. But before we do that, the Squadra just gotta go bye-bye, baby. As you guys may have watched, I hope you did, recently, the car broke down. The car that never breaks. The boys looked at it, they can't figure out what's wrong, which I don't like. A car does not overheat for no reason. A few people in the comments were like, oh, it's elevation, it's bad fuel, it's a bad driver. Nah, that don't work that way. That car's been through hell and back, track days, over and over, never any issue with heat. It always runs at 90 degrees Celsius. And right now, it's running about 110 at idle, then it's gonna overheat. So it's gonna go to Yoast to get looked at to figure out what's going on with the Squadra Corsa. My absolute baby. You can't be broken.
Happening.
Well, you know what? You guys really couldn't get a definitive answer, right?
No.
You know, do you feel confident on this car?
Not really. I mean, the oil's changed, it's clean.
Thank you, by the way.
Yeah, no
Thank
problem.
you. Thank you. That was a weird, awkward thing. By the way, I've got a surprise for you today.
What is it?
I have a special delivery for Tim. I hope you're hungry. It's not food.
Oh, okay.
It's not food. Stay tuned for that one, you guys. Side note, livery. I have a few options, and this whole breakdown's kind of screwed up. My goal is to get this car looked at today, and tomorrow go see Nick to start the new livery. It is absolutely because race car. It's my first real race car livery. Most of my cars have been that's who I am. But we are rocking racing. What's in the back of this shirt? All right, baby. Oh, it feels like a glove. If the glove doesn't fit, you must have quit. Look at that, you guys. 69,969 kilometers. I cannot make this up, you guys. Double 69, right? Bring a friend and have that friend bring their friend.
That wasn't that bad, you lied.
I wasn't doing it on 2x4s. Watch the last video. You have race rounds. It was like 4x6s. The way I like you, service without a smile. Stone cold. No, you can't break character. You don't smile. Yeah, we didn't have these, Tim. We got the footwear. We got Louis today. Man. Okay, for you. Thank you very much. I'll send you a handful of cash through the mail. Squadra Corsa is gonna go get some love. Definitely needs it. How are tires doing, Tim? You've been ripping the donuts lately.
Not too bad.
They're pretty good, actually.
Oh, maybe not this.
What? No.
You got lucky.
That little guy, we don't worry about that right there.
You got lucky.
Okay, I have a surprise for Tim.
What is it?
Go in the shop, I'll tell them first.
Oh, okay.
They're on the in, you're on the out.
Okay, okay.
So, as you guys know, Tim works really hard and he never asks for anything. He never complains. He's the most consistent person I know. And there's been times where we bug him late at night. I'll call him for the FaceTime, the car problem. He's always there. So we wanted something really special for him. And it's about to be here in like literally 2 minutes. Tim has to leave 2 hours early today. So this is just happening right now. My flight just landed. It's all happening in real time. And you're here with me. Take a minute right now and leave a nice comment below about Tim and how much you love him. He's a really good guy. And there it is. All the way from the North California IA. Gentlemen, how are ya?
How's it going?
Welcome to Compton. If your doors are locked, oh yeah, you're smart.
Always.
So you guys might have figured out by now, but I haven't told them what car it is, but there's a car here for Tim.
Okay.
And you've said it's completely dialed in, it's good to go.
Ready to go?
If you haven't figured it out, you may have. I'm gonna make you wait a little bit longer. This is a big moment. This is months and months in the making. Mark my words. This is the best day of Tim's life, whether he likes it or not. All right guys, one car leaves, another arrives. Let's go get Tim and get him right worked up. I wanna feel some emotion from Tim today. I want Tim tears. I wanna bottle them and sell them at timtears.com. It was a long flight. Also, the F12's in full swing. Hold on, Tim. I told you I wanted the car to be wireless. What the hell, Tim? Mike was saying it's gonna start in a few days. Like
should.
running.
Yeah, it should.
Like running, Tim.
Yeah, it should.
You know, ever since we moved here to Compton, it's been really hard to find good, healthy food options in this area. That's why I'm happy that AG1 is today's sponsor. AG1 has really helped simplify my mornings here at DDE. I can get in, make myself some AG1, and get started on everything we got going on right away. AG1 is a daily foundational nutrition supplement that supports whole body health. It covers your nutritional bases. AG1 elevates your body baseline health by supporting the essential and universal needs our body has each day to thrive, from nutrient replenishment, stress management, gut optimization, and immune support. You know, I don't drink a ton of coffee. I usually have 1 cup of coffee in the morning, and I do not drink energy drinks. AG1 helps me with some energy that my body needs. And as I've gotten older, I've realized how much importance there is in having all of your vitamins. So AG1 helps just cover all those bases. AG1 has the foundational nutrition that you need. Whether you're on the go, grab some travel packs, or you're at home or in the office, and you get a bag that's gonna last you for weeks. So you guys need to go to drinkag1.com/DDE or scan the QR code to get a free bottle of vitamin D and 5 AG1 AG1 travel packs with your first subscription. And thanks to AG1 for sponsoring today's video.
You see what's out here right now?
Yeah,
like you don't see it?
There's a trailer.
There's a trailer.
And I see people that I remember from.
You people you remember.
Yeah.
There's a special surprise for you in this trailer right now.
I think I know what it is. Hello.
So, Tim.
You guys are the most awkward people I've ever met. Don't forget him. He brought his muscle with him. He didn't trust you. As you know, a few months ago, probably a year ago.
What?
Because we're a year now, we got you that car.
Yes.
What is it?
It is a Grulin.
It is a Grulin. And what did we do to it?
We crashed it together as a team.
We, as a team, crashed it, and then we rebuilt it. We got a new front bumper from the manufacturer. Thank you to them. Evan at Inglewood Transmission painted the entire
Looks
car.
great.
What did you do right away?
Oh, what did we do to it? We hit the door.
You hit the door and scratched it, but there was a problem. It wasn't running right. So, what's your shop called?
Solano Performance Center.
And what do you guys do there?
We specialize in Hondas, Toyotas, pretty much every single car, but specialties is MR2s.
Which powers your car.
Yes.
So, the boys here, and it's no surprise, you knew it was going there,
Yeah.
but he didn't know it's coming back today.
No, I did
It
not.
is completely dialed in.
It is?
Running good. We'll get the car out, we'll talk about it and go over everything you did, because it was a very long list. The car was a pile of shit, and now it's driven by a pile of shit. So let's do this. Let's unload your car, Tim. I've been seeing this baby since the first block party. Bro. Oh yes, it's back. And your taillights work.
Yes.
Everything works.
Everything works.
Headlights, everything.
Headlights?
Headlights work too.
You get headlights?
The blinkers blink?
No.
We'll figure that one out. We got the wiring guy here. Dude, look at the crazy camera your car has. Yeah, make sure it's not in gear, Tim.
It's not.
Let's get our first cold start.
Are we ready?
Oh, I hope so. There we go! Yeah! Oh baby, I love this car. It looks like a freaking F1.
It runs a lot better.
Yeah, it sounds like a car now.
Yeah,
It's not a golf cart.
It has good throttle response now. That's
Yeah.
kind of weird. It drives like a different car.
That smells like E85. Is that E85?
Oh yeah, it is. That's
How
what
much
it
power is this car making, would you figure?
is. Should make 550.
Tim has 550 horsepower.
550 horsepower.
That sounds like a horrible idea. So you're on E85 right now, you're making 550 horsepower.
Oh, it is?
You happy to have your car?
Yeah. I'm excited.
All right, gentlemen, talk to us.
It's back.
Yeah, what do you think?
Well, I mean, it looked sick when it left.
Yeah, it did look sick.
It
drive now?
The throttle's way better response now that it has a TPS.
Yeah, I would imagine so. It's like the last time when Tim was driving the car and I saw the TPS hanging, I was like, Tim, it can't drive good. He's like, no, it actually drives better without the TPS. So the tune was terrible. There are a lot of issues.
You didn't know what it was doing.
Yeah.
So that's why.
Yeah.
So can we pop the bonnet of this bad boy and talk about what you did?
Yeah, let's check this
You and
out.
your crazy hands. Call him the butcher. Evan and his team did an amazing job.
Dude, they killed it. Like
They did. And this car was rough.
it was very rough. And it's already like, to be a car that's all made out of fiberglass and not a factory fiberglass car.
Yes.
Like, dude, they spent so much time making this thing look straight.
Fix the TPS. We added a catch can to the car.
Right there?
That bad boy right
Yeah,
there.
what's this? That looks new.
That's a fuel filter.
Did it not have one before?
It didn't. So
What?
I made a whole new line so you can run E85 through it all the way to
Oh, that's
the fuel
cool.
well. So
So is running 85 a separate tank, or how's it work?
no, it's already tuned for it, so it's a blend. So you can still run 91, E85 fully. Fuel line in to the injectors and then fuel out back
Okay.
to the tank.
So is it got like a flex fuel sensor in it?
does.
Okay, nice.
Yeah. It's right there next to the block.
Oh, perfect.
Where is it? What does it look like? Do you see it?
It's right there. Right in between. Oh, top.
All right, guys. How cool is that? So I see, yeah, that's obviously new, but this looks a lot cleaner, by the way. That looks all new.
We fixed it all.
How bad was it?
It was bad. There was wires coming into the fuses, a wire, and then the fuse right on top of the wire, yeah, into the fuse block.
Oh, nice.
So it was creating,
in there.
it was creating a ground, and it was getting power at the same time.
That was my stereo in high school.
Yeah, right? It's exactly what it looked
The
like.
wire over the hood into the cabin. What was the biggest issue that was making it run so bad?
Timing belt.
Timing belts.
Oh, timing belt.
Timing was off.
So we pulled the whole mount off. Timing belt from Toyota, everything factory.
Yeah.
So idler pulleys, everything. We went through. Water pump's still good. So water pump we left, but everything else that it needed, we got it all dialed in.
At some point, the timing jumped,
Yes.
and then Tim kept driving it, kept doing donuts.
Yeah, doing donuts. I told him not to do it.
Damn it, Tim.
No, I said, Tim, don't do donuts.
to do it.
No respect.
Peer pressure.
Well, from not knowing what I'm looking at, it looks a lot cleaner and better, especially in the inside. Like,
Look at this.
it was an absolute hornet's nest in here of wires. It is all completely tucked and cleaned up.
Oh my gosh. I would actually sit in this car now. Before I was like, nope, Tim, that's your car. I'm not driving it.
This car you mentioned doesn't have an idle air control valve. It doesn't have that. So on a startup, it's a bit rough just because of the nature of the tune, how it's built. But once it's warm, it's good to go. That's just the way the car was tuned and designed.
Yeah.
So it's an old hot rod.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there are plenty of cars, like race cars, do not idle well at all. You gotta hold the throttle open, get them warmed up, and then they're good to go. So it's a race car, basically. This is an aftermarket ECU, it's all tuned, it's got a race motor in it. Tim's ready to pop some wheelies.
I don't know if we'll do that.
It has 550 horsepower in E85.
That's pretty legit.
It's a lot from 4 little cylinders
Yeah,
back in the
it is.
90s.
Yeah, that's pretty sick. So yeah, I'm pumped to see it back here.
All that's left now is Tim needs to get played on this thing and take it on road trips. Can you do a donut in this thing? Is it safe?
Oh yeah.
Tim, rip some donuts, buddy.
Okay.
You nervous? Do you want someone to coach you in the passenger seat?
No.
Should he move the trailer, or do you have enough skill for him to not have to move?
He should probably move it.
Yeah, move the trailer.
Clear out, clear out.
Usually get target fixation on that bad boy. Bam! Ah! What do I do? Get off the throttle! I don't know, ding! Poor Tim. Hey, up sometimes. By the way, huge update. The Carrera Van GT went to Evans, and very soon she's back, but different and better than ever. We have 2 minivans. One has to be practical, one doesn't. So the crazy thing now, Mike, is Tim has to design a livery, and he has to do it. Damon can't help him. I'm curious to see what's in his head.
I am too.
A bunch of dead bodies all over, something weird, some crime scene stuff.
I feel like it's gonna be probably gonna be anime.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, I mean,
which
it's
would
not his
look
helmet
cool.
and stuff, right?
No, I haven't.
So his helmet, he's got a bunch of anime stickers on it. So I feel like that's kind of the.
Bunch of half-naked
But who knows?
Japanese cartoon girls.
Yeah, exactly.
That's fine.
They put new oil in it. They said it's the same oil filter as a Prius.
All right, Mike, why don't you, you got 2 kids, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna clear out.
Yeah, you go over there.
And yeah, you
I got my running shoes on.
too. So
Yeah.
breaking up, so it's like it doesn't want to rev up. So give it some revs to like clear it out. It's not like a 2-step limiter or something.
We'd have to look. I don't know. We'd have to go into the computer and set it. It probably has like a limiter on it.
Yeah, it sounds
They
like
don't
it's
blow
got
it
like
up.
a 3,000 RPM limiter on it right now.
I mean, it sounds cool.
The tack isn't even right. Like when you let off, it goes to 35. Oh, really? Yeah. Watch, rev it and look at it. On the tack, it looks like he's revving it to 2,000 and he lets off and it goes to like 35 because it's actually cutting half of the spark. So
Is that 2-step then?
it's some sort of limiter that's on it right now.
So these guys aren't tuners or mechanics. They fix all the problems.
Yeah.
This is a tune issue. Nothing to do with them.
Yeah. It's still got issues.
Watch that wall. Don't look at me.
Dude, if you rolled into the wall while looking over, that'd be classic.
And that's why you have to stress test these cars. Obviously, the gentleman that are working on it can't go and do a donut anywhere legally. Having the block's really important. We can beat on the car. So we're gonna try to dial it in a bit more. It's all fixed now. Now it's just tweaking some of those little issues. We're gonna get it dialed in. Don't you worry. You look worried. Stop worrying. Always worry when someone tells you not to worry. Because race cars. So from one electrical problem to another. Look at the gauge of that wire, holy moly. If you're into car audio as a teenager, you know what's up. You know the guy that had the Mazda B2200 with the ambulance alternator in it? It's so loud it makes you throw up. You're like, that's sick. Then you get older, you realize, that's dumb. Now, unfortunately, Tim, I know you have an appointment. I wanna let you go, buddy.
Okay.
I'm gonna get this dialed in for you.
Okay.
And then this week, that's an awkward hug, I like it.
Oh, okay.
This week we go for a drive. We're gonna get it plated and insured for you.
Oh, how?
We'll do a drive. I know a guy who knows a guy who has money. Here's what you have to do in the meantime. And you have a deadline. You need to design your livery.
Okay.
The paint's over a month old, it's off gas now, so you can wrap it.
Any color?
You can. I want a livery. I don't want a color, Tim.
Well,
You painted it black.
I mean, any color scheme.
You can. It's your build. What I don't want is Damon to design it for you.
Okay.
You have to do what Damon does to me. Design it yourself, bro. He doesn't smoke. It's just for theatrics. Tim.
Yeah.
So you have to design your livery. We'll get PFS or Nick. You can pick whoever has a schedule, who has time for it. We'll get that in there and do a full livery on it. You can change the wheel color if you want. Go a bit like the Bentley. The audience wants a little bit of fun in their life. They don't want a black car.
Nick can wrap my car if he does a kickflip over the car.
Okay. Sandbagging son of a. What do you have here?
Look at this suitcase.
Oh,
Dude, look at that display.
it's huge.
Damon wanted a big display, so it's easy to read. We got the biggest one that Motec makes. This is one they use a lot in off-road in the trucks because you're bouncing around so much. It's hard to like focus and see exactly, you know, what the temps
It's
are.
got old man
all that
eyes.
stuff.
I get what you're saying. Judging by the case, that was really expensive.
Yes. Yeah, when you see Motec on it, that means money.
Means money.
Came with 2 stickers.
So yeah.
2 stickers in the box.
But I think we're gonna mount it.
Oh, you want to do a Tesla style, do you?
Yeah, you know what? Because the dash is so big, right? So if we mount it here and the steering wheel's here, it's gonna cover half the dash.
Yeah.
Over here in the middle of the car, if there's a passenger, they can see everything that's going on. Or if we have the cameras in the car, right, filming.
Right.
in-car stuff,
Yeah. We can think about that.
you can see all of that stuff like super clear, not blocked at all.
That's cool.
So you don't have to, like-
I've never seen one that big before.
Yeah,
She
it's cool,
said.
huh? Yeah.
Well, that's exciting. Stuff like this, I think, especially for me, but also the audience watching right now, the visual eye candy,
Yeah.
like an exhaust manifold, like this, you know, that's what comes together.
The build has always been in stages. Like sometimes the engine's in, sometimes it's all complete, but nothing else is in the car. So now it's actually time for the assembly. Everything is basically done. There are little things that I'm making, like a bracket to hold the ECU, because when he measured it, we didn't have a bracket made, and I didn't want to make it and have it be off. So we want the wiring to fit perfectly. So basically he draped it in there. We saw where it wanted to sit, and then I made the mount for the ECU.
How clean that is.
So it's just like spot on, as good as it can get.
And will this be exposed, or is there gonna be a dash over top of this?
Eventually we'll find a dash, like a carbon, something cool to put over it. But for now, I mean, you can see how clean and simple it is.
Yeah, I like
it actually
it.
looks kind of cool to see everything underneath.
Very messy right now. So
So
just
yeah,
wait.
when it's done, it's gonna be like a wire tuck.
Well, that's cool. A lot of details and knowledge, and that comes from doing this for 30 plus years. You didn't learn this in a 4-year apprenticeship program.
No.
There's Damon. You have to get on him. There he is. He's in super black. Come on, gotta go faster. This thing's too slow. So, I'm starting my own motorcycle gang.
You need more than one person to start a gang, Dave.
No, you don't.
You also
We
need
tried.
somebody who has some muscle.
Thank you.
No, you
If-
don't.
If you're a single dad, motorcycle that's tiny and
It's 2024,
no muscles,
man. I can do whatever I want to be now. You with me?
Oh yeah.
You switched teams. How are ya?
Good, how are you?
Tim's car's here.
That one?
No, it's in the back. Runs like a champ. Sorry, I tried to do a smooth transition. I knocked right into him. Are you happy we're back? By the way, Mia's also back.
Hi.
So Mia,
Yep.
Tim's car is back. There's a one little tweak to do and it's dialed in. I told Tim he has to design his own livery. What do you think Tim will design?
I was gonna ask the same thing. I don't really know what Tim's style is like.
I made it look like dead body parts all over the car, something really grim, like the Terrifier 3 promo on it or something.
Oh my
I don't know what Tim's into.
Maybe he's gonna do like just like a capybara on the side.
The capybara.
Tim likes capybaras.
Does he?
He likes to send memes with capybaras.
That's
It's a
funny.
fun insight into Tim's brain because Tim is quite a mystery.
Yeah. I don't even know like what happens when he goes home.
Do you know his last name?
I do.
Oh,
I do for for payment purposes. Yeah.
Whenever I call him, he's always doing laundry. Do you notice that? Whenever you call Tim, Saturday night, whenever, he's like, I was doing laundry. I'm like, so in Breaking Bad, they had a laundromat.
Ah,
So I'm doing laundry.
doing laundry.
Hey, how are you?
What's up, Dave? How's it going, man?
Good, just living the dream here at the shop.
So we got the Gallardo here, so we're looking over everything. So I saw your video, so I kind of have a good idea of what's happened.
Thanks for watching.
No worries. we watch all your stuff, man. We do. That's our lunchtime show, man.
I appreciate that.
I remember on the 560s, occasionally we would have cars that would overheat, and it would be people that were driving them kind of hard up through the canyons and stuff like that, similar to what you were doing in stock form. So my theory is, with the addition of the supercharger, which is going to make the engine hotter, as well as putting those air-to-water intercoolers in front of the radiators, I don't think it's just getting the cooling it's supposed to. Now, same thing with the front bumper. The ducts are not 100%, around the front of that bumper. So some of that air is not getting sucked directly through there. Now, you've had the car for a while, so you know the car better than anyone.
Yeah.
Do you think this is a new thing that the car is doing? Or do you think...
I've literally driven this car 50,000 kilometers all over North America through, we just did a rally on the East Coast where I went through Boca Raton where it was 110. Mountains. I've tracked this car a bunch of times. So unless the fluid, I don't know if the fluid lost its ability to reduce temperature, maybe if it degraded. Tim did say in the overflow tank that it was at minimum.
Okay.
So, but yeah, it's just really weird. Even when I start it now, it runs at 100. It was always at 90. The needle was always right in the middle since I bought the car.
So one time I was pulling a car apart, and basically the thermostat is bolted to a little housing piece, and it had actually, the bolts had come out, which was really weird, and it was just sitting in there in an awkward way. So I'm wondering if maybe something like that has happened, or maybe the thermostat just isn't opening all the way, allowing it to circulate as well as it used to.
How much work it is to swap the thermostat?
The thermostat's not bad. I mean, it's a few-hour job. Just draining it, replacing the thermostat housing.
Can you just bang that out, just be safe?
I can. I've called 2 places. One dealer says it's on back order, and another dealer says they can get it in 2 to 3 days. So that's where I'm at with parts.
I might grab that car to get the wrap done while we're waiting for parts, because I can drive it across the street.
Yeah. I mean, it's just around the corner.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Appreciate it. Oh, the plot thickens.
The motor rocks so much, it ripped the wiring off the TPS.
Get the out of here.
We just soldered it on.
What?
It broke these wires. So we
But
resoldered
Mike
it.
unplugged it and it changed it.
I was just talking to him. He's like, that can make sense. Why?
Okay, so we're gonna do fresh gas and reconnect the TPS sensor.
Yes.
TMPS.
TPMS.
TPMS. PMS sensor.
Yeah.
All right, once a month it gets pissed off at us. All right, what do you got now, Mike?
All right, so I'm making the mount for basically the switch panel, the keypad.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah, so everything's gonna be controlled from here because we've got the seat pushed so far back that trying to reach for when you're all buckled in and get to a dashboard up here.
Oh yeah, when you're harnessed and you're not moving.
Yeah, exactly. So that's kind of out of the question. Front of here, it's hard to get to. So right back here is where we're gonna mount it. I'm gonna put more tilt in this, so when it's done, it'll sit a little bit more like this. Before I do that, I'm gonna line this up and drill these holes so I can make them perfect. Because once I bend it over, then I won't be able to drill the market. So figure out exactly where it wants to go.
So did you get Damon in there and push him back all the way so he has to lean forward?
He's in his seating position right now.
But he's not harnessed. Did you push his shoulders back into the seat?
Hold him in.
Yeah.
Well, my hands
NASA does?
My hands are a little dirty and he's got a white shirt on, so.
He's always wearing white lately. I'll put my feet on his chest like they do in NASA spaceships, right? They strap him in.
Are you talking about like in the Marines, like hazing?
Yeah. These are the 2 really exciting components, the keypad and the screen.
Yeah.
That's the big thing, that's the big visual thing, pressing buttons.
Yeah.
How many buttons does he get? Like how many of those buttons will be active?
So we got 15 here, and we basically can have them control whatever we want.
What would be a thing I wouldn't think of? Obviously engine on, ignition on, battery on.
We've got LED lights in different positions. So you can light up the cockpit, you can light up the engine compartment, you can light up the back, and we might even do some where you can do like, LED underglow.
You're giving them too much, man. You gotta hold back. That's too many fun, exciting things. Lights?
No.
That's the fun stuff.
Yeah.
I think Mike and I are at a point where we're not holding back. We're just ready to get this thing done and start driving it.
Yes, exactly.
This thing needs to meet the block.
It all starts with this?
Yep. I pull every wire, hand wind. Everything's hand wound. So everything's hand wound, so it's flexible and durable.
How do you know which wire is what?
It's all got a different color for a reason. So
Really? So everyone's a different color in here?
for the most part, yes.
Oh, I see some doubles in here. That's gonna be a headache for you.
Is the ground. Every orange is a 5-volt power. So that way it really keeps the easy to differentiate.
Yeah, easy is definitely the right word I'd use right now.
Like these are the injectors. So I gotta make them fit. Cam position, cam position, cam position, cam position. Cam actuator, cam actuator, cam actuator, cam actuator. The other ones right here are all the coils.
It's not including the Bluetooth stereo.
Yeah, we didn't make a provision for that though.
Don't tell him that. It's broken again. Let's get closer here. So, they replaced like a ton of stuff, like $6,000 worth of repairs and things like that. But then something else broke. They think the coil burnt out on it. The engine kicked so much that it actually separated the wires in the back of the throttle position sensor. And it's just a lot. We had a guy that's doing the electrical on the F12 look at it, and he's like, you're gonna fix one thing and another thing will break. So at the end of the day, we have a tough choice to make. We've spent so much money getting this car to look honestly amazing. Thanks to Evan, who owns Inglewood Transmission, and he has a body shop he just started. They did all the body work on it. Now, it was really clean, but obviously the hand marks from today has made it a bit dirty. We had the interior done. I mean, dollars spent, we must be wheels. We're probably $25,000 into this build, plus the cost of the car. So call it $50,000. It needs a whole new wiring harness. It's a custom wiring job. The bill for the F12 is around 20 grand. So wiring, it's gonna need some sort of an ECU. We can't use a factory ECU because this car has a big turbo on it. And you can't tune that stock ECU. Don't forget, this car, the drivetrain, is 30 years old. It's from a 1992 MR2, so it's 32 years old. We just gotta figure out what we're gonna do. It's gonna need maybe a motor swap, or I'll have to get some quotes on it. So if you have a shop and you feel you could confidently, because you've done it many times before, get this thing running, redo all the wiring, new ECU, whatever, swap the motor, I'm open to anything, hit me up. But I feel bad if I told Tim. He left, Tim doesn't know yet. He right now thinks he has a perfect running car and it's good to go. It's not. I think the Bentley has launch control. Oh. I had no idea the Bentley had launch control. That is absolutely hilarious. We're back for old Goldilocks. We have parts on order.
Yep.
So thermostat, we figure.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna start with. Yeah, it's possible it's not opening all the way. So,
but also you gotta think this car is 10 years old and has 70,000 kilometers. 60,000 of that supercharged.
Yeah.
So it puts extra pressure on the cooling system and just the way we drive the car and where it's been. So I'm happy to put some parts into it.
Yeah.
I honestly want to, with this car, when I have some time, just go over everything and replace anything that wears out over time.
Dude, these cars are fantastic.
They are.
Place. Yeah, they're super reliable cars and you can just drive the hell out of them.
Which I have. This is it. So we're gonna get some parts ordered. Nick's only 2 kilometers away, or 2 miles away, I should say. Can take it there and you gotta clean it up. Unfortunately, the front bumper is gonna need some paint work because if you guys recall, yeah,
That's okay.
yeah, a little bit rough. But that's a factory Super Trofeo front bumper from the race team. That bumper was like $8,000.
It looks great.
It's a pile of
It looks good though.
Yeah, no, it's great. I love it. So we have a livery in mind. Stay tuned for that. We'll go back to Nick's shop and we'll discuss what we're doing. I'll give you a little bit of a hint. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'm lying to you. You have to wait to find out. You want to drive the Bentley? I'll follow you.
Yep.
There's volume 2 wraps over here, Nick.
That's right.
He wrapped the Bentley. That's right. He wrapped the 599, which is gonna be fixed soon. And now he's gonna wrap the Squadra Corsa. It's 4th ever wrap. And I think we need to do a change to go with that livery and change the wheels. So we'll talk about that as well.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
I'll follow you.
All right.
All right, guys. The old gal. Been in a few tow trucks. Starting to creep up a little bit. You can see it, right? This car always ran at 90. It's approaching 100 right now. Anyways, enough about that. Let's get this thing over to Nick and get its full transformation started. By the way, the Bentley is behind me. I've never seen the Bentley driving before. It looks f***ing sick. That's so dumb, I love it. Excited for this one?
I'm excited for this one.
So we have some repair to do.
A little bit.
What's your strategy for that?
I'm gonna have my body guy come, rip all this
off, sand it, do what he's got to do. It's just a bumper, right?
But the rest of the car is good. So this is the actual PPF right here from 2014. It's PPF when the car was brand new.
Okay.
So unfortunately, when I was unwrapping it, that came with it. But it survived a few wraps over top of it, and it finally just failed. However, 10-year-old PPF should come off.
True, yeah.
This hood right here, for the first time in 10 years, is exposed. When you look at it, it is literally perfect. Yeah, it's a bit dirty from my drive, but there's not a scratch or a chip in it, and that's why you PPF your car.
That's true.
The only defect this car has in the paint was when I bought it, actually it's already chipped right here. You can see this wasn't PPF'd because they didn't PPF the whole car. They did the cheap man route and did the front clip.
That's all right.
But beyond that, it's pretty good. The wing you shouldn't have to remove because that stays black, that stays black. Or does it? Nick and I have an idea. I'm not going to show you guys. I want this to be a big surprise. It is a race car livery. You don't know what it is. I've never shared the idea. This is an internal document in my mind. And I think it's time maybe to either change the wheel color or change the wheels in general. Damon's on a big BBS style kick right now. Ironically, I had fake LMs on my 330i 15 years ago. I do love these wheels, but I'm not sure. What are you doing? Oh,
No,
hell yeah.
Just a taste. Oh, it's a little tight here, but you know.
Damn, dude.
These are rotiforms. And I wanted the BBS LM, which is what I'm gonna get on the Huracan. Swap these out and put those on the Huracan. This is the idea.
Those with that kind of style of wheel with the barrel and all that, the hardware,
yeah,
I do like it. I do love the wheels on here right now, but like anything, changed up, makes the car feel new. Should I do this style, BBS style wheel on here? Do me a favor right now, go on Instagram, give Nick a follow. It's Volume 2 Wraps. Nick's a buddy of ours for years. He has his wrap shop. Yes, we work with PFS as well as Nick, but PFS cannot keep up. And we have so many cars, we use multiple shops we work with. So just to be super transparent on that. You guys, I'm gonna leave it with Nick. I'm pumped for this one.